Hey guys, what's up? Good morning. Joe here. Well, I just rolled out of bed. Yeah, so last night I finished watching like the book of Boba Fett, and there's a lot of mixed reviews and feelings about that series. People were respecting the next Mandalorian, basically, I guess quality wise or whatever, but it's obviously that I don't know, I guess the production for the book of Boba Fett was definitely not the same. There were moments where I felt like the movie was kind of like very low budget, no, not as high as Mandalorian, obviously. I mean, it kind of felt like it was kind of stretched out. You know, it's only like 7 episodes long, you know, shit. So, I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I guess I can understand why people had mixed feelings for it. But overall, I did like it. That was great, you know, whatever. It's a TV show, not something to fucking destroy your life over. Spoilers, just give you guys a warning, right? But you know, when I watched The Mandalorian, the thing I really appreciated about that series is that I definitely felt like the old school vibe of like the first Star Wars movies that were made, right? It just had like that cool like practical effects, you know. They used a lot of puppets and, you know, prosthetics and, you know, practical effects and all that shit. Also, I really like the way how they filmed it, using like a giant like you know, screen in the background, you know, basically to film everything in live in front of a giant like monitor thing, you know, using like Unreal Engine. You know, I thought that was brilliant, right? And yeah, it's just really appreciate the Mandalorian a big time. The cool thing about the Mandalorian, also story-wise, it like definitely had like its traditional old school samurai feel, which is basically what George Lucas did. From my understanding, he was a fan of like old school samurai movies, right? So yeah, and also Western, so they had like that feel, right? So one movie that comes to mind, they can actually guess you can compare it to is the Lone Wolf and Cub from Shogun Assassin. It's an old school samurai movie that was made like in the 70s, late 70s, I believe, and like it was actually a series of movies. I think like 6 of them, right? Because it was like from a manga story, and some Western company actually bought the rights for the Shogun Assassin. What they did was like they got I think it was the first 2 movies, and they edited it together in a manner that's they could turn around and make a storyline and present it to the Western audience, right? And they made Shogun Assassin, which basically, like I said, I think they got the first 2 movies and then it just smashed it together, and boom, there you go, a new movie. And the cool thing about that movie, Shogun Assassin, is basically that you can see the references in Mandalorian, right? Basically, the Shogun Assassin, the movie, what it's about is that this guy, the main character, he's an executioner for the Shogun Empire at the time. And like the main empire, the emperor, he got old and paranoid and senile, and he got to the point where like he started killing off everybody that was close to him because he got paranoid, thinking that, you know, he was gonna get assassinated. So he sends off ninjas to kill off everybody that worked for the Shogun, right? And this guy, the main character, he was a fucking like samurai. He was a sword master, so he was able to beat the fuck out of the ninjas that would try to kill him, but they killed his wife. So the storyline goes that he gives like his kid the option. You can either give them the option, either he joins them on his quest to go, you know, for revenge, or he gives him the option to go with his mother, which means he was gonna like kill his own kid. I remember seeing that scene. I was like, wow, that's kind of intense. It's like you're giving your child the choice: either he can join you, or you kill your son to send him to heaven with his wife, you know? I don't know, it's kind of crazy, but that's actually an important part of the story for that movie, right? Now, with The Mandalorian to begin with, they kind of had like that little feel of this lone guy. He's with the little kid, and he's going around and fucking up like, you know, anybody that gets in his way, right? Which is kind of like similar to like Shogun Assassin, right? Because, you know, like the main samurai guy, he's going around, walking around with his little kid in like a little cart thing. And like, yeah, he keeps getting attacked by a bunch of like mercenaries that gets hired by the Shogun, but he fucks them all up because he's a massive swordman, right, with his little kid. Now with like the Book of Boba Fett, like they actually bring up a scene that was very similar to Shogun Assassin, right? Now, I'm pretty sure maybe it was intentional because, I mean, you cannot fucking, I mean, if you haven't seen the movie, then you wouldn't know, but that scene where like, you know, the dad gives the son the choice, his little baby. He told him, if you pick the ball, I'll send you off to your mother. He was gonna kill him off right there to like, you know, so he can like go rest with his mother. If he picked the samurai sword, he was gonna join him to go basically on his quest for like revenge, right? But he's gonna like, you know, face dangers or whatever. In the movie, he basically chose the samurai sword, so he joined, you know, the dad to go on his quest to become a sword master and to kill people and shit like that. Here in the Book of Boba Fett, they did basically the same fucking scene, but in this case, like Yoda, I mean Grogu fucking picked like the gift from like the Mandalorian, so he got sent back, right? Which ended up working because maybe Grogu here fucking like actually was able to like show the rancor off and protected the Mandalorian from being killed and then took a nap or whatever. I don't know, but I don't know. Overall, I guess like in a way, I guess I'm trying to get is like I appreciate that whole old school vibe that they're going for with these series, right? It went old school samurai storyline and shit like that, and then it had like the Book of Boba Fett definitely had like that like old school Clint Eastwood, like a western feel to it. So yeah, I like the show. That was fun. I mean, yeah, I can see why people may not as liked it as much or may complained about it, but yeah, whatever. I don't kill myself over fucking TV shows or comic books like I used to when I was a kid, I fucking fight on the internet. Fuck you, man. This is like a no more. Fuck all that. Overall, the show's good. And yeah, if you haven't seen it, sorry, I guess I fucked that up for you because it did some spoilers. I mean, I probably put it in the title, right? But if you have seen it, and I don't know, let me know how you feel about it so we can talk about it. Because, yeah. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that. The Book of Boba Fett, I liked it. I definitely like the Mandalorian better. I felt like the storyline was kind of like, whatever. It took a while until like the Mandalorian was introduced, and all of a sudden then it started to kick off from there, right? And I kind of noticed that. But overall, it was a good show. I liked it. It was fun. And I hope they continue the storyline with little baby Grogu and the Mandalorian and whoever else is in the fucking universe. Yeah, not bad. So I got to say, thanks for hanging out with me for a bit. Take care and peace.